Okay. What was it about? Or can we be snappy with this so we can move on to do the next one? Major.
I wasn't around last week.
So Major, you are not around, so you don't have the notes, you don't have anything. When you don't come, kindly pick up your notes from others so that you can be abreast with whatever transpired. All right.
Okay,
Yes.
sir,
Any
no
other?
problem.
Yes, Philip. What did you learn?
Yeah, last week I learned about inventory management, and from the discussions we had, I got to understand that inventory management is the process of planning, ordering, storing, controlling, and monitoring organizational stock to ensure that the right quantity of materials or products is available at the right time and at the lowest cost. And I also got to understand that there are questions that inventory answers, or the basic inventory questions that are asked. And we have for which items must new orders be placed, what quantity must be ordered for each item, when must each order arrive and where, and when must each order be shipped or production be initiated. We also
Okay.
learned about the roles of inventory in supply chain management and reason we hold stock, and also the classifications of inventory.
Okay. So why will organization not hold stock?
Why would organization not hold stock?
Yes.
They won't hold stock if they don't have the right warehouse management processes in place. They don't have the capacity to hold the stock. That's one reason why they won't hold stock.
Okay. Any other?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes.
sir. This Akwesi Anas. Organization may not hold
Enough.
stock on.
Enough. Enough. Hey,
Yes, it was.
somebody is on the
Yes.
line and you are trying to push the person off.
Mhm.
Why?
Oh, sorry, sir. I thought he has already landed, sir.
Raise up your hand when you want to answer a question,
Okay,
please.
sir. Sorry for that, sir. Sorry.
Philip, please go ahead.
Okay. So another reason organization would not hold stock is if there's a high carrying cost for that cost. If there's you are going to incur more costs, especially the warehousing, insurance, security, utilities. If those costs are high, organizations will not hold costs.
Fantastic.
And another reason will be um, the risk of like when there's obsolescence. If
Okay.
you yes, if products will become outdated in the long run, they will not hold stock. They'll just make sure all the stocks move as and when orders are being carried out. And when there's also capital tied up, when you hold stock, there's capital tied up. So organization will not hold stock here. Thank you.
Okay. Great. Yes. Any other contribution to that one? Please raise your hand. Why won't organization hold stock? I like asking this question. Yes. Any other? Kwesi Anas, you don't know how to raise your hand. I'm sure you know. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, organization may not hold stock based when they are to minimize cost and maximize profit. Most organizations operate on just in time. So what they do is they always wait when the products are being in need and they produce to save, neither to keep stocks. Because when you keep stocks, it also increases another cost based on that. So these are one of the reasons why organization may not hold stock. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, okay. So that's also a very good point of note. Abdul Rashid, what did you learn last week? Abdul Rashid, are you in class? Okay, so Abdul Rashid is not in class. Enoch,
Yes, sir.
hello, Enoch.
Yes, please. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, afternoon. How are you?
Yes, please. I'm fine, thank you, sir. I trust you are doing well, too, sir.
Very well. Kindly tell us.
Yes, with what I learned last week, I remember we talked about the inventory classification or the types, where we made mention of the pipeline and then the speculative stock and then the psychic stock. I also remember we talked also about the classification or the forms of which goods are being kept or stored. We mentioned of the raw materials. We also discussed a lot about the work in progress materials. And then we also talked about the finished products or finished items where they are being kept as inventory. So I think we did a thorough discussion on this one also. Thank you.
But is there a link? Is there a link? Do you think there's a link between inventory management and transportation?
Come again, sir.
Is there a link between inventory management and transportation?
Yes, please. Yes, please. There is. The reason is
How?
looking at inventory, we're talking about hello.
Yes, please.
So I think that yes. So inventory, we've discussed a lot about it. They have a link because anytime the stocks are being kept, they will need to move to the user department or the consumer or the customer. So definitely the movement is the transportation, and then the inventory also is the keeping or having the goods at a good shape, being secured and everything. So they definitely have a link. They work hand in hand, and I think transport helps also to move inventory to wherever they have to be at every point in time, and also make sure that they get there at the right time.
Very well. Very well. Very well. Okay. So, Mr. Third, what did you learn? Thank you, Mike. Enoch. Yes, Mr. Third.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes. I remember you asked us about the link between the packaging and transportation, and we were talking about how our packaging and inventory management, how packaging can help us keep stocks in good shape and also helps manage space for inventory management. And packaging also helps transportation, like it can consolidate or make stock look smaller and easily transport them.
That's nice. That's a good one. Okay. Michael, are you reading something?
Yes, I learned about inventory cost, where we talked about inventory cost, where money is being spent in acquiring and holding of stocks. We also talked about the types of inventory cost, where we're having one as purchasing cost, ordering cost, holding costs. So those were the types of costs that we also talked about. And also we talked about the importance of controlling cost. Yeah, importance of controlling inventory cost. Where we said it improves cash flow, also increases profit. And I think the last one was how to manage inventory. We also talked about how you can manage inventory. One way is forecasting demand. Yes. And so that's what I also took home the last time.
Well, so anybody want to add in? Yes, go ahead. Anas, go ahead. Yes, but there was a particular cost that none of you have mentioned. We had the carrying cost, we had the ordering cost, and another type of cost. You remember or not? Okay, so if you don't remember, kindly go and find it up. Okay, so yes, Philip.
Yeah, I wanted to ask if it's the physic cost.
That's what?
The physic cost.
Hey, no, physique. Oh, you want to say psychic or what?
Psychic, yes, psychic.
No. That is not.
No,
Sir,
that's different.
the stock out cost.
Ah, yeah, yeah. And what is that? Do you remember? Do you remember? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. The stock out cost.
All right,
Yes, sir. What I do remember about the stock out cost is that is the cost or the losses that a company incurs anytime there is stock out or there is no inventory, whilst the demand also keep coming, and then since there are no items, we can't meet the demand of the customers. It ends up costing the organization or the company. That's what I do remember, sir.
Very well, Enoch. That's a good one. All right, so I guess, but there were some contemporary approaches to managing inventory. You mentioned a few of them. I think you mentioned, I remember bringing in a formula, talking about a formula, and also looking at the quantities to be ordered, and then also when to order. I've not heard anybody mention that.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
yeah, that is, we have managing the inventory, we have the economic order quantity, stock turnover.
What is that? What is that?
Ways of, that is ways of managing an inventory.
So economic order quantity, what is that? Chamango. Okay, so should Philip help you?
Yeah, you can help.
Okay. Yeah, Philip.
So economic order quantity is um the optimal. It determines the optimal order quantity that minimizes the total inventory cost. So it's the order that the quantity minimizes. When you order, it minimizes the inventory cost for your holding and then your ordering cost.
So, well, I believe that the economic order quantity may be looked at as you mentioned average. So, averagely, what quantity can I bring in such that it will make meaning as far as my stock is concerned? It means that you have calculated and known that a particular quantity can suffice if it is brought in at a particular or within a particular period. You have to sustain for some time. And I need a reasonable quantity that will not indeed bring in unwarranted costs and things like that. You get it? So that's the economic order quantity. All right. And there's a formula for calculating that, whether in units or um, in cash. Okay, so know the formula, know how to calculate it in unit and in cash as well. Is that okay? I think I gave you the formula. Use examples to calculate. All right, so let's look at what we have for today. Okay. Last week I gave you the slides for packaging. Okay, and so we're going to go through just like we have tried to recap. Inventory management. Lines, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, bring it up. Upload your slides.
Okay.
Okay, so the initial bit has to do with what indeed historically packaging has been considered. I've used some very typical examples to explain what it used to be. Okay, where, for example, if you had corn, how was it packaged? Even for corn, when you did have to boil it, you don't take anything of it. The package is its husk. Huh? You don't have to worry yourself unless you want to put it in a poly bag or something. However, apart from that, you just handle it as it is. And it was believed that if you should boil it that way, you know, it becomes much more nutritious and, and that kind of a thing. So before these kinds of packages, we had our own ways of packaging our product. If you take fish, for example, it was salted, left in the sun for some time for it to dry. Drying was also a way of, trying to, more or less protect the sanctity of the product. All these things were there. We used, husk, we used ropes, some ropes from some plants, okay, to tie up certain materials and all that from the farms and all that. So it was more of organic, but you realize that after some time, this organic thing does not really last. And so sometimes you package and it doesn't keep long. You realize that, of ants and weevils, etc., would have infested whatever it says that you intend to indeed showcase. So then we had to look at alternative way of packaging, and that's how come we have all these packages that you see currently. Okay, so if you look into the slide, there are so many reasons for packaging, several of them, and that I'll leave that for now because it is something that it can be handled handy, or it comes handy. Protection, precaution. I'll go and look. I'll zoom into the very ones which are quite complex. So, Major, if there are certain ammunitions like grenades and coal, how is it packaged such that its more or less sanctity is protected and safeguarded? Is Major here?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yes, Major. I hope you got my question.
Yes, sir. So let me.
So before,
with ammunitions like that, they do recommend that you have a something like a safe where it's kept there and then locked at all times until there is the lead for you to go and then bring it out. So that's one of the things to safeguard it in order not for any other person to have access to it to do what may be unwanted to be done. So it's true keeping it at a safe. Normally it's made of metal, and that is always locked. So that's what I can say. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, I think he's gone offline. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
no.
up.
Yeah, hello, Philip. Kindly bring it up. I was logged off. I don't know why.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I wanted to pick the mind of Major's expose when it comes to certain specialized products like grenades and very sensitive products, how they are packaged before they are packaged and after packaging. I mean, how is that handled? Major, are you here?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah. So I was saying normally with equipment like that, they are kept at a place where it can be locked to deny access to just anyone having access to it to use it in a way that is not supposed to. Now, some of these equipments, they before you have or licensed it, they have to train you, make sure you know how to handle it, the do's and don'ts and all the other things that comes with it. You are being informed about it, and as part of that, the how to keep it safe from unauthorized persons to have access to it too is being done. And normally, it's recommended that you keep said gadgets at a safe place that is always locked to deny access to just anybody coming or having access to it. So this is the little I can say.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, are there any documentations before and after its storage?
That's it. You need there's a whole kind of procedure that you would have to go through before you have the license. In fact, a lot of procedure. They would have to come and inspect your place where you have to keep the gadget, how it can be secured to prevent unauthorized access, and all that. They will do a whole lot of checks why you want to have that equipment and all the other processes that you have to go through before the license is given to you or the authorization is given to you to use it.
Wow. Wow. All right, so it presupposes that there are some specialized product equipment and some accoutrements which would require certain specialized way of packaging and handling. And there's one of them. If you go to the shop, right, for example, you realize that some alcoholic drinks, they are carefully protected. They are packaged in such a way that there is a security, more or less, tag placed firmly on the cork, such that you cannot open it at all. Immediately you want to open it, it would indeed cause an alarm to go off. So these are other very important reasons why packaging is done, apart from the usual protection, preservation, etc., etc. Again, apart from that, you also realize that there are some medicines which have some particular type of package, and you realize how unique it is when you open it and you see the head or the bit which you screw off to open. All right, so you realize that you can indeed use some measurements. There are some measurements there which you can use to calculate how much you should take per time. And that is indeed a unique way of, more or less educating those who may want to use that that kind of package. So there are so many reasons why packaging is done for branding purposes, for educational purposes, for marketing purposes. You realize that if you take a bottle of water, there are so many things that have been written with regards to the labeling, and all that is indeed packaging. So there's primary, secondary, and tertiary packages. Okay, so for primary, you realize that the one package that comes into direct contact with the product is the primary. The second is um, the second package which comes into contact with, if I could say, the first package. Because indeed, if it is even a bottle of water, is that particular water is the primary package because it comes in straight contact with the water. And the second one is probably when they are now put in a box. Okay, a box, which means that there are two layers before you get to the water itself. And then for tertiary and what have you, there are so many ways of, uh, coming up to see what's the package is all about. So these are the various three primary, secondary, and tertiary packages, which is indeed clearly spelled out in the notes that I gave you. One critical aspect about packaging is about how environmentally conscious we have become, okay, as a people when we are talking about sustainability. And so if you want a package, the enclosure should be a technology that would indeed be able to be broken down or permit the breaking down or breaking, by natural means. And so the products that is used in facilitating the package bit is so crucial, very, very crucial, so that the path will be cleared before one goes through. There are a few things that have to be done. There are a few things that has to be done in order to make sure that to make sure that the company is environmentally conscious. And if you look at some countries, realize that they do not allow certain packages to enter or leave their country. Okay, a typical example is Rwanda. Okay, where polybags and others are indeed, pushed off. Okay, so that pushed off so that no one can indeed enter into the country with all these polybags. Why would organizations do that? Why would countries do that? Why will a country become environmentally conscious? Are you in Accra? Hello, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so why will organizations or countries do that? Why have they become environmentally conscious? And so packaging is indeed looked at in.
Because of public health.
Because of what?
Public health.
Oh, public health. Very good. You want to prevent diseases and all. This is what we are seeing in Ghana. the flooding and all being caused by what? Indiscriminate, disposal of waste into our drains and all, causing all this mayhem. So many organizations are looking as seriously as how best to replace, how best to replace, um, you know, the packaging materials so that they can be biodegradable. Yes, any other? Any other reason? Any other reason? So the image is also important. Okay, brand image, right? Many organizations are indeed considered for grants and other advantages when it comes to funding and all, based on the fact that they are being environmentally conscious. Okay, and some customers are inclined to actually, um, become accustomed to a particular brand because of their environmental consciousness. So that's all advantage to that particular firm. Yeah. All right. So any questions so far? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, so you were given the slides. What is in there that you think would require some highlight?
For a lot was self-explanatory, but I just want you to touch a little on the portion control when it comes to the objectives of packaging.
Yeah, so Philip, as I was saying, I don't know why I actually manage the portion of the stock we take per time is what I'm talking about. And other um also I'm saying that in other packages, you realize that especially that which is indeed used for the nostrils or the ear, you realize that the tip is made in a particular way where you can just squeeze one drop, so on the package it's indicated there that you can just drop 2 drops into your ears. And so again, you can easily and readily do that, and then get to have all that there is. So it's very, very important that that aspect is also looked at. And so that is indeed the portion control bit that one can indeed consider. Yeah. Any other? I hope you've gotten what I'm saying with regards to the portion control.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And even quite apart from that, you see, even if you take this water bit that I've used as an example, you realize that you have several bits. You have the 500 mil, you have 250 mils, you have 1 liter, you have 1.5 liter, in others, you have 2.5 liter. You even have the jar. All these are controlling the portions. Okay. And they are indeed, these portions are meant for different purposes, isn't it? The very small one, which is the 250 mils, you can easily fix it in your bag, take it wherever you want to take it to. With the jars, you realize that some of them are they have disposable. The package is disposable, and in other jurisdictions as well, in others, you have to go and then have a refill. I think the refill is also a very good one, so that you can be environmentally conscious as well. So all these are all encompassing. They have different purposes. Okay, and in some instances, you can have several bottles in a particular pack. So you have the 12, the 24, the 15, and all. All these are controlling portions, which will make it convenient for customers to handle. You get it?
Yes, sir.
That is indeed portion control. Yes, any other one, please? Any other one?
Yes, sir. About the reuse and recycling.
So
Can
there
it be
are
used interchangeably?
no. There are three different dimensions to that. So one is reduce. Yeah. So if you want to reduce, you see, you remember those days when you buy your Nokia 3310, the phone itself is in a plastic bag. Then no, I mean, if you should open it, or when it is fully packaged, before you even open it, it is wrapped in a plastic bag. Then you remove the plastic bag, you meet the carton, I think, what do you call it? The package, that package is indeed made with, how do you call this? It's made with some kind of a cotton. Okay. So it's more like paper made. And then you open it up, the phone is still wrapped in another rubber or in another plastic. The earpiece is placed in a plastic. The battery is in a plastic. There is also something else in a plastic. The charger is also in a plastic um, bag, all within that particular product. Okay. And so you realize that it was indeed full of plastics. And then you realize the phone itself is also in a plastic. So before you remove everything, you have to remove all the plastics before. But currently, what do you see? What's the difference between then and now? Currently, what do you see? Don't tell me it's been a while since you bought a new phone. Enoch. Enoch.
Yes, sir.
The last time you bought a phone, how was it packaged?
The last one, but it was in a box, and then after opening the box, you realize that there is a plastic cover where you have the phone in it, and then also where they keep the charger, and then the cord itself for the charger, and then also if it has an earpiece, also that one to separately kept somewhere. You also have that small pin you use in for where the SIM slot is. I have that one to kept somewhere. So although it's a phone, you have some plastic around it, you have some paper also around it. Before you meet the phone also is kept in something like rubber.
And that is indeed an old phone. Because the phone even have a charger in it. Oh, it is me.
The cord is only the cord.
Inside the phone, inside the phone as well, the phone itself, you don't have any plastic around it.
Yeah.
I think it is it's a kind of a carbon made plastic or something. It's more like paper like. Okay. It's not a plastic polyethylene bag or polyethylene. It's not polyethylene. It is it's more made with some cardboard thing. I don't know how to describe it, but in this day, and there's no charger in it. They are saying they're going to use the previous charger that you had, if you had. And then earpiece, they don't have an earpiece in it. Maybe it is my phone that I bought recently that is giving me that feedback. But okay, so well, I can understand, maybe the one you bought was from a particular country, but some countries are very particular about what is in your pack. Okay. Yeah. So back to the point about reduce. So they are reducing the number or quantity of material that is used in the production of a particular unit. So you realize all these papers and now you don't even have something high. So those days you can also have the how do you call the menu? Oh, I'm saying the menu, not the menu, but how do you call that thing? That small paper that you put in there to show you what the phone is. Sorry, the manual. Very good. The manual. The manual was also in there and covered. Now there's no manual. They're saying that go and check it up yourself. Okay, in some phones, there are no manual. Because immediately you click, you can get all that you need online and things like that. Okay, so they have reduced all this in the phone, and therefore you can easily, get a phone by that means. That's reduction. So reduction of resources that indeed the environment would have given you. They're saying reduce it so that future generations can also utilize what's left in the environment. Now you come to recycle. There's a difference between recycling and making sure that there's a reduction. And so if you want to recycle, what are we saying? We are saying that you have utilized your bottled water, for example. It is done. It has been crushed. Then it is put together and then utilized for something else. When I say put together, it is indeed, I'm saying that because it is plastic, it can be molded into something else. And then it can be used to make a vase which you can put in your soil such that you can grow your plant in it. So it is recycled and used for something else. You can have broken glasses. Now it is used to make probably glasses, for example, or some kind of jars to hold what is the name of this product? There's this product which you put in your, okay, let's say if it was a jam glass, for example. Now, these glasses, when they break and all that, they are put into a particular machine, which is indeed then reconstituted to do something else, to manufacture something else. Okay, and these are very many around us. So it is not precisely to be used for exactly that which it came in, but it has been recycled to do something else, to be used to do something else. Okay, and so that is indeed recycling. Okay, so not necessarily the same product, but for some other thing. I hope you get me.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh. And then we have the last RS one.
The reuse.
There's reuse, yeah.
You take the typical bottle, 1 liter, you've finished drinking your bottled water. Now it is washed clean, then you have it's being used again by the same company. They wash it and they just like we use the Coca-Cola bottles. It's being reused. You remember the Coca-Cola bottles, the glass bottles?
Yeah.
Even and then goes back to the company, it is washed and then brought back. Same with some of the jars, the plastic jars, they are reused. So when the water is finished, dispenser finishes water in there. Okay, you take the jar back to Baltic, Belacqua, and Pool, and then it is reused, refilled for utilization. And so that is what it is. So reduce, reuse, and then recycle. So with this, it is important to use typical examples to actually explain them. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Well, yeah. So any more? Abdul Rashid, are you here? Looks like I've never heard your voice before.
Sir, please, I'm here.
Yes, but why is it that I've never heard your voice before?
Please, we've spoken before. You've heard my voice before and you've seen my face before.
Okay, then tell.
It's
Go
it's
ahead.
it's hello.
Yes, we are listening. We are listening, Abdul. Abdul, are you with us? Am I the only one who can't hear him?
No, sir, I think he has a network issue.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so any other with regards to the slides that was given?
Yes, sir. The hierarchy of waste, waste
Uh-huh.
hierarchy.
Yeah, it's the waste hierarchy. All right, so what about the waste hierarchy?
Yeah, so you can, in the same way you were explaining the three R's, can see that with the
Mm-hmm.
diagram there was prevention, and then on
Mm-hmm.
the other side there's most favored option. So I just wanted you to touch a little bit on the arrows, the arrow that goes up and then the down, and then linking it to the disposal, energy recovery, and those other ones too.
Yeah, so basically what this is trying to depict is that it is always important to indeed prevent um, various aspects that would indeed lead to more or less wasting energy. So, for example, if there's a way of using recyclable products that we are talking about, then you look at it. Reduction, then you look at it. So, as much as possible, renewables are very, very important in the annals of various organizations and how they want to indeed look at climate change issues and all. One fact is that you're talking about energy recovery, all that. The fundamental aspect of this whole thing is that in organizations, it is important to map out the areas which would require that there is some aspect of environmentalism in the various processes. So if, for example, you look around, you look at the various bulbs that are being used in your organization. Are they fluorescent? Are they energy saving and all that? And um, if the organization is dead conscious really about saving the planet, it will be only useful that they have energy saving bulbs all around the place. Again, if they are indeed procuring certain electrical gadgets, there are various gadgets which you would indeed see boldly written on them energy saving. And so, if truly they are energy saving, then it is only proper that as part of their procurement, they consider those electrical gadgets which would indeed lead to some form of savings as far as the energy consumption is concerned. So that's indeed part of the energy recovery bit that we are talking about. That before you even procure, you indeed put some of this in place so that you can avert some of this wasteful, uh, you know, I won't say crisis, but wasteful um, issues which indeed comes up as far as whether it's energy, whether it's within the procurement and all that is concerned. Even for certain products, there can be before they are commissioned. For example, if you should did look at a company like maybe let's say if you want to get a plant, okay, a plant for your company, there's nothing wrong with looking at a hybrid one where you can indeed fall on electricity and then also ensure that it also has some solar components as well. And that cannot be out of place at all. So these are various issues that indeed happens within the free, which is worth considering. So that's indeed how the hierarchy is basically looked at. Okay. Unless there's a particular aspect that you want some clarification.
I think it's good.
Yes, plus it looks like it's only one or two people who are asking questions, but are you saying you don't read anything with regards to the slides? Or you are very fine? Major, are you there?
I'm here, sir.
Major, ask me a question, please. And Sarah, you are not coming. Tell us. Talk to us. What don't you get in the slides so that I can explain them? Hello, Sarah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, so what is it that you want me to throw light on after reading? Or what is new that you have found that you think you can share with us?
You were explaining the portion I didn't understand. That was the thing and I listened to it.
Please, your line is very faint.
Hello?
Your line is very faint.
Okay.
Can you speak
I
up,
was
please?
saying, yes, please. Can you please hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. So I was always finding challenge on the hierarchy. It was not really clear, but just explained it.
Okay, very well. So, class, any sharing of thoughts? Have you found anything new with regards to packaging that you think we should do? Okay, so there's this question that I think it will be good for you to consider. All right. So listen to this question and yeah. Are you ready to write it down? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
of course, rep, I'll send it to you so that you share it with your class, so that the half an hour you used to discuss amongst yourselves. Okay.
Okay, sir.
I'll type it and send it to you right away.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, so class, thank you very much for coming to class. Packaging is really an insightful topic to consider, and I'm glad that you indeed get every bit of it. I would say that please look for some more information and then share it in our next class when we meet.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Then
All right.
sir, we'll also be grateful if you can also share with us our next topic to be preparing towards it. Because we read before coming to class, it also assists us to understand more when you explain.
You have not asked me any question today.
Yes, I'm very sure. I'm happy you said today. So next week I'll ask you more.
Yeah, so I have to let Major to pick you and put you in the guard room for one day. All right. So, colleagues, thanks so much. I would indeed. When are we having our first face-to-face? Do you know when?
Next weekend, sir.
Next
This
weekend.
weekend.
No.
Yes.
I guess so.
The weekend, not this weekend, the other one coming. So that's next weekend. It's 23rd.
Not this weekend.
23rd August
23rd.
or July.
Okay, you check it
Last,
up and let me know.
Yeah.
All right, sir.
Be around.
So next week.
Yeah.
Next week. Okay. I will do that, sir.
So you find it and then let's talk. All right. Okay. So I wish you the very best. We'll talk.
All right.
Thank you so much. Okay. Where is Michael Ofuria Yerebi? Michael Ofuri Ayirebi. He's not in class, but he's logged in. Michael Ofuri, course rep, tell Michael Ofuri Ayirebi to call me. Okay. You cannot be logged in when you're called. We can't find you.
Yes, sir, but I think he sent a message that he's not hearing anything at all. I sent a message here that he's not hearing anything at all. He and then Fancy.
And everybody is hearing. Everybody is hearing. Only you. You are not.
At some point we weren't hearing, but we're hearing now.
But are you not hearing me now? Tell him to call me, please. All right. Have a wonderful time.
You too, sir.
Thank you for you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Trevor,
I feel that hello, sir.
I feel that hello, sir.
I'm branching with I'm branching with
oh, Michael, or is it friend? Why? Different.
friend. Me friend na talking terms.
I say, friend, come and explain why you are showing that you are in class, but you didn't respond.
The thing is still recording.
So go and call me.
Na Philip, na say what's catch network in internet.
Oh, send me catch him. And I'll say we'll be at it, so friend.
Philip, thank you very much. Why?
Sure.
My friend, we are lawyer. Kodi asem no. Lawyer, law firm.
Philip, my friend, wait, you know, so.
From me.